Hello there. This is video proof of a prototype game that I've developed and designed for Unit 16 Procedural Programming Assignment 2, How to Start. Let's begin by opening the game itself. So the main feature of the game is to shoot down the enemy boat while avoiding its missiles. In order to do this, the player will need to take control of a boat of themselves by using the WASD keys or left, right, up and down keys. The reason I've chose this control system is because it'll allow the game to cater towards left-handed and right-handed players. Depending on the key that is pressed will determine the action that the player can do. For example, pressing up or W key will allow the player to move up. Pressing the S or down key will move the player down, and A and left key will move it left, and D and right key will move it right, etc. Pressing spacebar will allow the player to shoot a missile, in which the missile will travel in one direction and will carry on traveling one direction until it reaches off screen or it hits the enemy ship. If the player attempts to fire more than one rocket during this phase, they cannot until the rocket itself either hits the enemy ship or goes off screen, as you can see. The enemy works by having a random number generator that will generate a value between 0 and 4. The number that it generates depends on what action that the enemy ship will do. So, for example, if the ship generates the value 0, it'll move the ship up, and if it generates the value 4, it'll fire the missile downwards. In order to beat the game, you will need to destroy the ship by hitting it with missiles until the health bar, as you can see at the top left-hand corner, depletes completely. So let's just attempt to do this. As you can see, when the missile hits, it'll disappear and the health bar will deplete slowly. Now, as this is a prototype game, the AI will still be firing missiles, as in the full game this will not be the case. Both the player and enemy shouldn't be able to fire at all. It will also output a message saying you win or you lose depending on the circumstances. If the player gets hit by the missile, they will turn invisible, and once again they can be able to fire missiles even though they shouldn't in the full game. In the full game, apart from the message that will tell the player if they have won the game or if they lost the game, they will also display another message that will tell them to press escape to exit the game. So pressing the escape key will simply exit out of the game. And that is the video proof for my prototype game